Welcome back, everyone. It is our 6th year, and this event already has a great history. So let's take a quick look back at some of the past presenters and honorees.
What a coach does is he sees a dream, he helps a young man or a young woman craft that dream and then chase that dream.
It means letting kids know they are capable of things beyond their imagination.
And sports bring out the best in us. They bring out the passion. They bring out everything that's good in people.
The lives that you've touched, the lives that you've changed, as good as tonight is, will not touch the scope of the people that you have encountered and made better.
That's what Coaching Corps is about. It's giving back. It's spreading sunshine. It's making a difference.
The message and the vision that he put in me at that impressionable age, that I could do anything if I put my mind to it, and that he was going to get the best out of me every single day.
Coach, you saved my life. You did so much more for me than just be my coach. Be a friend, a mentor. You provided structure for me.
It is my duty to use my platform to empower the young women that I coach in every possible way. It is my charge to make them believe in the excellence that they possess and encourage them to seek it, even when the pathway is strewn with obstacles.
The only thing he didn't have was knowledge, and I had all the knowledge. You had the athleticism. What a combination.
I just wish that he was here to just see what I'm doing now, because Coach Lynch is the reason I am where I am today.
And at that point, I had no clue on how to be successful, but he knew. And so everything that he was telling me was what I needed to learn.
It's because of this organization that I can make a difference in these young girls' lives. Through Coaching Corps, I can help each girl reach their dreams and create new ones they didn't even know were possible.
I wish America could see this show tonight. America needs shows like this and needs people like this. Thank you, Game Changers.
Wow. Some great moments over the past 5 years, and amazing to think we've had some of the greatest athletes and coaches in Bay Area sports history right at this event.
It is really, really true. And for all that star power and all the championship trophies that we have here up on stage, it is this award that really sums up the spirit of this event.
You see, the impact of Coaching Corps rests on extraordinary volunteer coaches like Mackenzie O'Connell. To tell us more about Mackenzie, here's Coaching Corps founding board member and sports writing legend, author Joan Ryan.
In sports, the hardest won battles are those where the players, the teams, and the coaches are fighting together to change the odds. No one knows that better than the people in this room. In low-income communities all across America, the odds are stacked against youth, and they're hard to beat. Failing schools, unsafe streets, parents trying to keep up, after-school programs, tirelessly working to provide a safe place to go when the school bell rings. It's no wonder that kids in these communities lack the many opportunities other kids have to grow and learn and thrive. Coaching Corps coaches change the game to change the odds for kids who far too often fall through the cracks. A well-trained, caring coach can make all the difference, helping kids translate skills they learn on the field, persistence, teamwork, leadership, empathy, into success in school and in life. We're fueling a movement of skilled coaches to give kids the mentors they want, need, and deserve. We provide coaches with training and ongoing support to make sure girls and boys in low-income communities learn skills that last a lifetime from a caring and dedicated coach like our Coach of the Year. And every year this gets me. Mackenzie O'Connell has never hesitated to provide her kids with what they need. For 3 years and counting, she's come back to be there for them, season after season after season. Let's take a look.
I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona for most of my childhood up until I was 14, and then I moved to San Marcos 7 years ago. I started sports I think when I was 3. I started dancing, and then in 5th grade I needed to change of pace, and so my dad got me into basketball, and I fell in love with basketball, which then led me to volleyball and softball. And so I played those 3 sports up until high school when I stuck with volleyball and basketball. My family encountered a really traumatic experience when I was at a very young age, which kind of spiraled into a financial depression along with emotional instabilities that we're still recovering to this day. Sports served as an escape. It served as a place of solitude and a place of security that nowhere else in my life provided. Freshman year of high school, when I tried out for our freshman volleyball team, our coach Brendan, who was 19 at the time, was kind of like our bigger brother. He was like our protector, but at the same time, the one who would make you laugh more than anything at yourself. And he passed away February of my sophomore year. He was hit by a drunk driver, and that completely shook my life. He was someone that, although he was older than us by a few years, he was someone that we could relate to. He wasn't someone that was condescending or thought he was, just because he's older, he was better than us. Brendan was someone that was a voice of reason. I came from such a place of destruction and darkness, and I have found not only community and family within Coaching Corps, but community and family with my team. These kids just bring out the best in me. I could come to practice in such a negative headspace and immediately it's turned around.
Let's pepper! Let's pair up and pepper! Make sure you're talking loud. Let's warm up our arms. How's everybody's weeks going? Do you guys want to guess what our word of the week is? It starts with an E. Oh my gosh! Yes! What? Empathy!
Kids get to see that they have a role model that is still close to their age, but someone that they can see themselves in.
We empathize with our teammates, whether or not they're getting their serves over. We empathize with each other if we're having a rough day. Let's make sure that we're constantly working together. We're utilizing our word of the week. And you guys ready to have a good practice? Yeah! Are you guys ready to have a good practice? Yeah!
To have 10 to 13-year-olds say that I am the reason that they have confidence, or I'm someone that they aspire to be, I try to be that voice of support and that voice of positivity.
Nice, nice up, nice up. Nice save over here. Good job staying with the ball.
I always tell my kids, as long as you give me effort, that is all I ever ask and expect from you guys. I want you to have fun. I want you to try new things. And I tell them that, you know, in order to grow, you have to go outside of your comfort zone. You can't stay inside that zone, and you can't just always do your underhand serve or always do what you know that you're good at, because that kind of inhibits you from growing.
You're good, you're good.
Shoulders, just look at me. Just pay attention to me. Shoulders, ready? Side, step. I have grown so tremendously within this organization and with being a coach. If you give it your all and if you dedicate yourself and you try to create relationships and to create bonds, that these kids will change your life.
Sophia Laura, known as So-So to her team, is an avid volleyball player, 8th grader, and San Diego native. And we know why she's here, talk about her coach. So tell me about Coach Mackenzie. Tell us.
Coach Mackenzie is just like a great person, and whenever she walks into a room, she always brightens it, and just her smile makes everyone so happy. And she's just such an amazing person, and she always makes everyone feel so comfortable with everything, and she's just a great coach.
And tell us about a time when she was really there for you. It's all right. You can say it.
Sorry.
It's all right. Take your time. Take a breath.
I was having a tough day at school, and these girls were picking on me and calling me names. And it was just like really hard because like, I just can't, like, it's hard for me to deal with that kind of stuff. And I really, like, she was the only really trusted adult that I could really go to for this, because I didn't really trust anyone else. And, like, I kind of held it in the whole day. Sorry.
Right.
Like, I didn't tell anyone, I just let it all happen. And then at practice, I told her everything, because, like, she kind of could tell something was wrong. And I told her everything. And she's just, it's always there, and she's just a really trusted adult that I can trust with everything. And she's just, like, amazing. And she's, like, she was really the only person that I felt comfortable talking to. And she just kind of just really helps and just told me not to believe any of it because it's not true. And people just are mean sometimes, and it's just really hard to get through.
She is pretty amazing. She is pretty amazing. And just to change it to something else, I hear you're planning her wedding. Is that true?
We were, it's pretty funny. The story was me and a couple girls on the team, we were all sitting together and we were talking about boys. And we were talking about how Coach Mackenzie had just recently gotten a boyfriend, and we were talking about her getting married, and I just, all of a sudden, I was like, I'm gonna be your bridesmaid. And she was just so funny about it, and it was just probably the best moment I've had with her, and it was just so funny.
So before you call her up here and give her her award, is there anything you want to say to her?
I just want to say thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for helping me get through volleyball and making me a better player, and thank you for just everything you've done for me.
And here to accept the Coaching Corps Coach of the Year award is
Coach Mackenzie.
Okay, wow. Oh, my goodness, how do I follow that? Okay. My story is a comeback story. I have overcome challenges that at various points in my life impeded my success, damaged my sense of self, and diminished my lust for life. When I was a young child, I was traumatized by a crime committed against me by a family member. For the past 15 years, my parents, my family, and I have still been grappling with it. It took a long time to rebuild in the aftermath, and we continue to heal from it to this day. After what happened to me, my family experienced tremendous financial difficulties. In order for my parents to provide for us and keep the family afloat, they worked full-time, sometimes 80-hour weeks and 14-hour days. My siblings and I pitched in as well. I was cooking, doing laundry, and loading the dishwasher before homework after school. When I was sick with a cold, I stayed home by myself because my parents weren't able to take off work. There was no other option. It's what we had to do to survive. Having to grow up quickly and not being able to fully deal with what had happened to me and my family, I was constantly in a place of self-destruction. I didn't fully realize this until my freshman year of college. And then a silver lining appeared. I found Coaching Corps. Coaching Corps is like no other organization. It gave me the foundation to combine multiple passions of mine and work within my community to become a mentor to dozens of kids, or kiddos, as they are to me. Coaching Corps gave me the platform and the tools to be a positive role model, one that I never knew I could be. I've learned to take my experiences and channel them into hope and positivity as a coach. The home I have found here has helped me to learn to accept that although I cannot control what happened or happens to me, I'm in complete control of how I respond to life and all of its consequences, both harmful and beneficial. The hard lessons I had to learn on my own are among what I try to teach and pass on to my kids. My kiddos come from tough backgrounds. People disappear from their lives all the time, and I'm often asked the same question, are you coming back? I am on my 10th consecutive season coaching. And I come back week after week, season after season, for my kids, for my team, and for the family that I have also found at the Palomar Family YMCA in San Diego. I coach because Coaching Corps gave me my second chance. This organization was the breath of life I needed when I was lost and wounded, and is the reason I am privileged and honored to stand before all of you today. I coach so I can pass on what I've gained to my kiddos, so they can be a part of gaining confidence they never knew they had, or leadership qualities they were too afraid to embody, or personalities they were too shy to let shine. I work hard to develop relationships with each of my kiddos and to make sure they always know how much I care. Some of my kiddos have stories and secret burdens like I had that are hard to talk about because of how painful and difficult it can be to understand as a child. Sorry. One of my girls described what it was like to lose almost all of her childhood friends to gangs by the time she was 12 years old. Another one of my players told me that her favorite activity was anywhere but being at home. Sorry. Despite what my kiddos face in life, I want to work to create a space to let the outside world fade away while they're on the court. On our team, they get to pretend that nothing other than volleyball and their teammates exist. They also learn that they are invincible and capable of anything. During my first season of coaching volleyball, I met a nervous little nugget, a shy and timid girl who was noticeably unenthusiastic about the drills and playing overall. When I asked her what was going on, she told me that previous coaches had never bothered to learn her name, that she felt like just another kid. I asked her what she would want me to call her, and she replied, "My parents call me So-So." That So-So of 3 years ago was completely different from the So-So you are meeting today. She has grown in her confidence, her leadership role, and has found her voice. So much so that she is often the loudest person in the entire gym. Volleyball has given her a safe place to make mistakes, try, fail, and learn, and to say I can instead of I can't. She's come from never wanting to serve the ball to being the youngest player with the fiercest jump serve I have ever seen. Coaching So-So is an exceptional example of the growth of confidence, leadership, and personality that I have seen develop within all of my players. So when I'm asked that second question, are you coming back? My answer is always, of course. You see, being a coach, and especially being a part of Coaching Corps, has changed my life in ways I never expected it to. It helped me come back to myself with more self-respect, self-worth, and self-love than I never had before. Never could my past self imagine someone looking up to me and telling me that they finally have confidence, or that they aren't afraid to try new things, or even that they want to be my bridesmaid, even though I'm nowhere close to marriage. My success as a coach would not exist without Coaching Corps and the family that I have found within it. I want to thank you, Coaching Corps, for giving me this incredible opportunity that not only changed my life, but allowed me to help play it forward to the kids that I coach. Together, We are the game changers. Thank you.